What I'm doing right now is a part of that kingdom agenda to be able to give to you these principles. Time as we know it is a commodity all of us get to use every single day. And in a Christian biblical worldview, it is time that God has given to us as a gift. We cannot earn more time, and we cannot take it away either. It is a God-given common commodity that every single creature of this planet is able to use because it has been given by God. Now, people who do not acknowledge God's time, they spend it as if it was their own. They like to spend it on their own pleasures. They spend it on working hard and making a living. They spend it doing vacations or even killing time. But I believe that we need to redeem the time that God has given us. Redeeming time is not just time management, as the world would like to put it. Redeeming the time is being able to see time for what it is through a biblical world lens. Teach me to count my days, as the psalmist says. In Psalm 90, verse 12, we read the psalmist say, "So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom." There's a lot of wisdom in being able to acknowledge who has given us this time. And if we know that our times that we have is not our own, then we would think about how we need to use our time for the glory of God, for God's pleasure, for God's honor, and in reverence to the one who has given it to us. Think of time as a gift. When you give a gift to somebody and they understand the value and the meaning and the purpose behind it, and they use that gift well, then it brings great pleasure to the giver. Likewise, time is a gift given to us by the Creator of the universe so that we may fulfill His purposes here on earth. For us Christ believers, it is a time to fulfill the agenda of the kingdom of God. It is time to realize the God-given giftings and graces that God has given us, inner characteristics of Christ-likeness every single day. And so we are called not to waste our time, not to kill time, but to use it for the advantage of the kingdom of God. It's like helping other people with our time, helping them, listening to them, speaking into their lives. What I'm doing right now is a part of that kingdom agenda, to be able to give to you these principles so that even when I'm gone, you'll be able to listen to these and watch these videos and help you along your growth of spirituality. Time has so many dimensions to it, but the one thing you need to remember, it is not our time, it is God's time. There will be an end of our time, and that's when regret or remorse will not work, for we need to redeem the time today, right now. All we have is today. There's no point living or dwelling in the past. There's no time in worrying about the future that has not come yet. It is about now. What choices am I going to make now for the kingdom of God? What am I going to do for the glory of God? How am I going to accomplish the purposes of God? For when we accomplish the purposes of God, then that will bring out true meaning and purpose for our lives today and for the future. What you do now matters. How you value time and use your time matters. So think about this, friends. How are we going to redeem our time today, right now? What are you going to do differently? What other activities ought you to let go of so that you can capitalize on the things that really matter for eternity? Think about the things that you're worrying about right now and compare it to eternity. Does it have eternal value or not? If it does, we need to be concerned and work hard for it. But if it doesn't relate to eternity, if it will just be forgotten in about a year or 10 years' time, then we ought not to spend too much time worrying, but rather spending that time in giving thanks, in giving praise, in worshiping God, studying His Word, being immersed in His presence, and being intimate with the Lord. That is the true calling of redeeming our time. So how about it, friends? Let's start today. Let's redeem the time. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.